Amanda Knox is a she-devil and a liar who has an angelic side as well as a diabolic side. That from a lawyer today in the appeals trial of the American girl convicted of murdering her roommate during a drug-fueled sex game. Of course, the woman dubbed Foxy Knoxy is currently serving a 26-year prison term for the conviction. But she's in court for an appeal over allegations of tainted evidence. Knox's lawyers say the court should set her free. But now Italian prosecutors are pushing for a life sentence. Let's get to our legal panel. With us now, Fox News legal analyst and former prosecutor Lise Wheel and criminal defense attorney John Manuelian. Lise, I know you're supporting the prosecution here today, but boy, this really was, when you look at it, a very sloppy investigation.
Oh, I'll cede you that right at the beginning. Absolutely. I mean, these forensic, detectives, please. I mean, they need to go back to kindergarten and 101 forensics. They did a horrible job. They bungled it. And that's why the prosecution now is in this position of having to go with their theory of the case. Forget the DNA jury and judges who are deciding this. Forget the DNA. Even if you throw that out, there's enough circumstantial evidence here to convict her. The way she reacted, the phone calls that she was making, the bloody footprints that were outside, all of that still comes in. And I think the most darning for her, Trace, is that she tried to frame somebody else at the very beginning on the night of the murder.
Yeah. It's a good point, John. I mean, she really is. She's an admitted liar here, and there is evidence against her. But boy, you look at this whole reasonable doubt. I know it's a different country with different legal rules, but you look at this thing, there is reasonable doubt written all over this case.
Absolutely. And remember, the alleged confessions that she made were all under duress. They were over a period of many, many hours. She wasn't afforded an attorney, and they interviewed her initially through Italian, and she barely spoke Italian at the time. And additionally, all the evidence in this case points to Rudy Guerdi. I mean, he's admitted to cellmates, and they've had witnesses testify in June that he admitted that he went with a friend to have a threesome with Kirshner, and it went wrong, so the guy killed him. And they had witnesses testify to that in the hearing. Additionally, the Idaho Innocence Project has independently examined the DNA evidence, and without a doubt, there's nothing to tie Amanda or Rafael Salcido to the crimes, according to the Innocence Project.
There's a little loophole.
Really all comes down to DNA, right, Lise? Go ahead, Lise.
Yeah, there's a little loophole here, because I did the research on Italian law, is that unlike in our system, what the judges and the jury that are now looking at this at the first verdict can do is they can say, all right, we don't know enough to acquit her, but we're going to reduce the sentence. In other words, they could still say we're not sure she's not guilty because the burden of proof, ironically, has switched over to Amanda Knox, and they could do that. They could do sort of a compromise there. I wouldn't be surprised. Or the prosecution can also appeal this to the Italian Supreme Court, which would mean that she'd be there in jail for a lot longer anyway.
And that's why, Lisa, that's why some are saying, the prosecution is not going for life, because they know they're trying to get more because they're believing they're going to get less. I got about 10 seconds left to give you the last word on this, John.
Yeah, I mean, the prosecutors are boiled down to just insulting her, calling her a she-devil, Nazism. It shows they have no argument. It's weak. And I want to leave you with this. The prosecutor in this case was actually jailed for prosecutorial misconduct. Do I need to say any more?
I'm not defending these prosecutors and their job.
Yeah, I got to go. John Manuelian, Lise Wheel. Good to see you both. Good argument. Thank you.